I don't know if you heard, but Regular Show is making a return to TV with its new series, Regular Show The Lost Tapes. The 2010s are back, baby! What you also may not know is that we finally have a release window for this revival, and it's coming sooner than you think. Just not to Cartoon Network. That channel's basically dead. Also, there's a good reason to believe that this revival will actually be geared towards adults. Let's talk about it. So for those out of the loop, it was confirmed last summer that Regular Show would be coming back for a brand new series after wrapping up in 2017. Not much was known at the time, so it was unclear this would be something set after the original show, with Mordecai and Rigby as full-blown adults going on adventures with their families, or they would just set it before the finale. Make it easy on themselves. We got a much better idea later in the fall when a job listing revealed the name of the series, Regular Show The Lost Tapes. One look at the title and you already know that this is going to be a completely episodic series full of the goofy one-off shenanigans we've come to know from Regular Show. Just like how one of the new Adventure Time shows, SideQuest, is going all in on the absurd adventures that made the franchise popular in the first place. Though that means we probably won't get much character development since almost everyone got their arcs in the original series. But hey, more my mom jokes. We take those. Anyways, things have been pretty quiet when it comes to updates until this week when Chorus Entertainment, a Canadian media company, unveiled their lineup for the 2025 to 2026 season. Scroll down to the adult animation section and you'll find something very juicy. Adult Swim caters to its dedicated fan base by delivering distinctive animation series. This season, the network introduces an exciting mix of originals, including the Robot Chicken Self-Discovery Special, which follows the hapless Robot Chicken nerd as he seeks self-discovery America's way. Going on reality shows, will he find a 90-Day Fiancé or end up Shark Week chum? Also, a new Regular Show series from Cartoon Network Studios and executive producer JG Quintel will be joining the network. Meanwhile, Smiling Friends returns for season 3 this fall. Okay, so, new Robot Chicken? I'm sure someone's uncle is happy about that. New Smiling Friends this year? Hell yeah, brother! But Regular Show? On Adult Swim? This is the kind of stuff I was begging for on Twitter back in high school. Now let's not forget, this is Adult Swim Canada. Their lineup is very different from what we have over here. They got shows like Harley Quinn, Creature Commandos, and The Masterclass, that is forget about it. None of those air on Adult Swim over here. In fact, 2 of those shows are Max Originals in the US. So I don't think Regular Show's airing on Adult Swim over here. It's more than likely going to Hulu in the United States in the same vein as the new Gumball, which is airing on Cartoon Network internationally. Only us here in Burgerland have to fork over money to a streaming service to watch it, because streaming has absolutely taken over. Even if Regular Show The Lost Tapes isn't airing on Adult Swim in the US though, being included in this press release under the adult animation umbrella, alongside explicitly mature shows like Smiling Friends and Robot Chicken, strongly indicates that it may be making the leap from a TV PG series to TV-14 or TVMA. Like how Fiona and Cake is TV-14, whereas Adventure Time was TV PG. And because of that, Fiona and Cake has things like blood, alongside the characters getting to drink straight up alcohol and mildly swear. Just so we're clear, in America, TV-14 is a rating reserved for programming that's deemed not suitable for children, like really little kids. And it gets slapped on a lot of adult animated series. It's basically the PG-13 of television ratings. Putting that out there because when Fiona and Cake came out, I got a lot of comments saying, it's not an adult animated series because 14-year-olds aren't adults. And yeah, they aren't, but I didn't invent the rating system. I'm not gonna call Godzilla -1 a kids movie because the MPAA deemed that 13-year-olds can handle it. All I'm saying is, if Regular Shows are rating higher than PG, then we can get some close enough level antics where the storyboarders don't have to dance around the restrictions that come with being a kids show and just go all out. No more Benson getting drunk off wings. Now bro's downing a whole bottle of Jack before going off on Mordecai and Rigby for corrupting the Burger King instead of doing the dishes. We're probably gonna see Mordecai getting thrown into raunchier situations in his dating life and Muscle Man butt-ass naked just because. That's even a great justification for why this show is called The Lost Tapes. These are the tapes that couldn't have been shown on Cartoon Network because the adventures just weren't suitable for kids. This is also the only reason why I'd personally want to see more Regular Show. I was content with the show ending back in 2017, and I welcomed Close Enough with open arms. I was excited to get that Regular Show energy in a show tailored around adulthood as someone who was about to enter their 20s at the time. Then it got delayed. Then it dropped on HBO Max with little promotion. Then it got canceled and erased from existence. Ah, it still hurts. The appeal of Close Enough was seeing JG Quintel return to his roots with something geared at adults, like 2 in the AM PM. Not to mention the big joke online was, it's not regular show, but it's close enough. So I think bringing it back as a TVMA series is a good compromise for ending Close Enough so soon. I'm also hoping that they use the Lost Tapes framing to jump around the timeline a bit and give us episodes set after a regular epic final battle. I think the inclusion of that montage at the end makes for a great argument that Angel Pops would have tapes of Mordecai and Rigby in their 30s and 40s. Kind of like how the new Beavis and Butthead jumps back and forth between the boys in their prime and their senior years. I want to see how Mordecai and Rigby handle parenthood. How did they come into their own as fathers when they first had their kids? How did they juggle the responsibilities of adulthood with Eileen and Steph? And who the hell is Steph? All we know is Mordecai met her at an art show, though they can easily spin this encounter as a reunion if they want to make it so Mordecai met her a few years prior. But I want to get a feel for her personality and her dynamic with the rest of the cast. I feel like the potential for the most interesting stories is found in episodes set during the time skip, and I just hope someone on the crew feels the same way and advocates for such a thing. Finally, let's talk about that release window. I know not everyone is a nerd like me, so just seeing that this is supposed to air in the 2025 to 2026 season will probably make you think that they could come out anytime between now and next December. But we can narrow it down a bit better than that. The 2025 to 2026 season is referring to a 6-month window in entertainment ranging from the fall to the spring. If you're into sports, then you probably already know this, as the upcoming NBA season is starting up in October and it wraps up in April. This is the same time frame we can expect regular show The Lost Tapes to drop, likely releasing all at once on Hulu and airing weekly in other countries like Canada. Honestly, I can't really see the new show premiering in the fall, as we know this is when Gumball is likely rolling out its new season according to International, and considering Hulu already dropped a teaser for that, I'm assuming it's only a few months away from release. This ain't like the 2010s where Cartoon Network is airing multiple heavy hitters at the same time. In the streaming age, releases have to be spaced out. So odds are Gumball is going to be the big Cartoon Network show airing on Hulu in the fall. Then, after the hype settles down, they'll reel people back in with regular show in the winter or spring. So I'm calling it now. Regular show The Lost Tapes will premiere in early 2026, sometime during the first quarter. It could be sooner, but again, I think they're gonna want Gumball to have the fall all to himself. I can't imagine a better way to kick off the new year than brand new regular show, and the 9-year anniversary of the finale is actually coming up in January 2026, so it'd be pretty perfect. We're poised to get some more news next week at Annecy Film Festival, and I'd imagine a trailer would be released to the public at either San Diego Comic-Con in July or New York Comic-Con in October. So be sure to subscribe with notifications on so you don't miss a single update. I plan to keep y'all informed on every piece of news we get on this revival until it's on our television screens. With all that said, these are just my thoughts and I'd love to hear yours. How do you feel about the new regular show likely being geared at adults? Let us know in the comments down below, and keep the conversation going on Twitter and Instagram at AwestruckFox and at Roundtable Vids. Shout out to Hats Off Media for another amazing thumbnail. Be sure to check out his videos, and if you enjoyed this one, be sure to throw it a like and once again subscribe to the channel. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you have an awesome day. Peace!